Protein-packed food is everywhere you look. From TV shows to TikTok influencers and celebrity fitness routines, everyone's selling you protein in some form. A 2025 Bain survey found that 44% of Americans want to increase their protein intake. That's a 10-point jump from last year. And you know what that means in the world of consumer goods? Every major brand wants a piece of the protein pie. General Mills has high-protein Cheerios, Wheaties, and Annie's mac and cheese. Barilla has protein pasta. Even Starbucks is testing protein cold foam for coffee. When you start seeing protein claims on snacks, drinks, and desserts, that's not just a trend, that's a market shift. Between 2020 and 2024, General Mills filed 78 protein-related patents, 50% more than the previous 5 years. And smaller brands are capitalizing even faster. Take Protein Pints, a startup ice cream brand that went from selling in just 14 stores to over 7,000 nationwide in a single year, including Target and Kroger. That's the power of the protein craze. A cultural moment meets product innovation, and suddenly ice cream becomes a functional food. So what's driving this obsession? Part of it is science. Protein builds muscle, boosts metabolism, and keeps you full longer. But the real push comes from culture and marketing. GLP-1 weight loss drugs are reshaping how people think about food. Fitness influencers post 100 grams of protein in one meal challenges, and brands see the opportunity to reframe old products as better for you. Food is emotion, and emotion drives marketing. When a company says your childhood cereal now with the extra protein, it doesn't just promise nutrition, it gives a sense of redemption. You can eat the same foods, but feel like you're doing something good for your body. Even the dairy industry is cashing in. Whey protein production in the US has jumped from 27 million pounds in 2004 to nearly 43 million in 2024. And brands like Premier Protein, owned by Bellring Brands, now dominate the ready-to-drink shake category, accounting for over 80% of its total sales. Cargill's research shows 61% of consumers increased their protein intake in 2024. That's not hype, that's habit. But here's the interesting part. While large companies reformulate, smaller startups innovate. They're not just adding protein, they're designing entire brands around it. Protein Pints, Magic Spoon, Quest, and others have built massive followings by making protein taste indulgent, not chalky or healthy. And that's where the big players are trying to catch up. Reformulation sounds simple, but once you change the texture or flavor of a legacy product, you're playing with nostalgia. People remember exactly what their Cheerios or Reese's tasted like. So if you tweak that formula even slightly, the benchmark is high. Smaller brands have freedom, legacy giants have expectations, but what connects both is data. Every one of these companies, from cereal makers to ice cream startups, is chasing the same question. What are consumers craving next? And this is where modern brands win, by understanding not just nutrition trends, but cultural ones. That's exactly what we do at Xena Intelligence. We help consumer brands understand the signals behind shifting behaviors, using AI to identify emerging product trends, optimize go-to-market strategies, and connect with the right audiences before everyone else does. Whether you're in food, beverage, or wellness, we give you the clarity to move fast and the confidence to move smart. Now, back to protein. Despite all the hype, most Americans already get enough of it through a balanced diet. The FDA says anything with 20% or more of your daily value is considered high protein. That means even plain Greek yogurt qualifies. But perception beats precision. And right now, high protein equals healthy in the consumer mind. The protein market hit nearly $90 billion in 2019, and it's expected to reach $126 billion by 2028. And that doesn't even count the surge in protein chips, protein pastas, and protein coffees. So, will the trend fade? Probably not. As long as brands can tie protein to energy, fitness, or lifestyle, it's here to stay. Consumers may not need more protein, but they definitely want it. And in consumer goods, want always wins over need.